Hi, today I'd like to talk about some of the changes that are occurring on this channel and with my business going into the new year. And I'd like to start by reading a letter that I got from my payroll company, because this is the first thing that just kind of set the wheels in motion in my mind that this was going to be something that was happening. They are increasing my service rates by 6%. We regret to have to increase our prices. However, we must continue our investment in our equipment, technology, and personnel to provide you with the highest level of service. This is a payroll company. I mean, this is not a technology company. This is not a company selling commodities. This is a company that is responsible for taking the money out of my bank account. Having a computer, it could be a 286. This thing does division, multiplication. That is it. This could be done by a 286. It has a computer calculate the amount of money based on flat tax rates that must be taken out of my employee salaries, then directly ACHs that money into their bank account. This could be done by a 286. What the fuck do you mean technology? What do you mean personnel? I don't need Christy Brinkley on the other side to go, "Hi, how can I help you?" when I call to ask about my payroll. I just need the money to show. I don't care if you don't have employees. I don't care if you have personnel. I don't care about your technology. And that kind of bothers me, That's the kind of thing that used to bother me about iFixit too. It wasn't really even the whole "we want to save the world" thing. It was the mission statement, like we want to save the world, we want to save the, we want to keep stuff out of the landfills, we want to be a sustainable world and all that. You're about the $100 fans. You're about the $60 iPhone 3GS digitizers. Admit it, you're in it for the money. See, if my payroll company had simply sent me an email saying, "It's New York, shit ain't cheap, we're making everything 6% more expensive. Happy New Year," I honestly wouldn't care. It's when you throw in this bullshit about, "Oh, we have to invest in our technology and personnel to provide you with the highest level of service," while ACHing money into your bank accounts using 30, 50-year-old technology. You can suck it. And, this just gets to me. It's the lack of honesty in the process is what kills me. That's why I hate when people are like, "Oh yeah, this part is really expensive. We're only making $20 off of this repair." Because they're afraid that if the customer knows that they're actually making $60, that they won't want it anymore. I'm happy to have my payroll company even if they cost more money. I don't like being bullshitted as to why it's going to cost more money. But the world is what it is. So my payroll fees have gone up 6%. And let me tell you something about taxes if you ever actually get to a point with your business where it's legitimate and you got people on payroll. I pay $800 a week. Not even the taxes that get taken out of the employee checks. The $800 a week is on top of what I pay the employees just for the privilege of paying them on the books legally. Not including the service fees. Not including the service fees, and that's also not including the 20 or 30% that New York City, state, and federal takes from them on top of the salary. Like, it's disgusting. I look at my payroll statements and I already just want to throw up in my mouth every damn time. But that's that. The same day, I get an envelope that I posted to Instagram in my apartment. And you never get an orange envelope sitting in front of your apartment door as a thank you. "You've been such a good tenant this year. You haven't made any noise and you've maintained our apartment perfectly. Thank you." No. It's a new lease with a new price, which is $60, $70 more than what I paid last year. And then we have my store, which since I started this YouTube channel has slowly went up to the point where I pay $500 more now than I did when I did my first YouTube video. Is what it is. And it just keeps trickling and trickling down because I go to get my breakfast at one of my favorite delis in the area that I go to in the morning when I get up early enough to come here and open. And the lady is like, "It's $8." And I'm like, "Huh?" Because, I'm used to paying $7.25. My orange juice, my favorite orange juice, went from $2.25 to $3. I like this, Simply Orange thing. I don't like Tropicana and Welch's and all that crap. Everything that I like in the world has become more expensive. In a matter of 2 days, everything has become more money. And at least the woman at the deli was honest about it. There wasn't any, "We're investing in technology and personnel to keep oranges out of the land." Like, none of that bullshit. They were just like, "Yeah, we just need to make more money." And I'm like, I appreciate that. You can still go fuck yourself. I'm going to walk down the street to the other deli where I can get the same shit for $2.25, but I appreciate it at least. Everything has gotten more expensive. You know what the only thing that hasn't gotten expensive over the past 2 years is? Me. Everything on this channel has remained free. All the free help has been free. All the comments where I fixed people's boards and told you how to, and you've probably made some good money off of it, admit it, some of you have made some good money off of this stuff, has been free. And I intend for it to continue to be free. With one catch. Ads. And that's what this video is about. From here on in, these videos are going to have those, I know, terrible, annoying 5 to 15 to even 30-second advertisements in the beginning of them, and they may have some little crap on the bottom and the top. And this is not really done with the intention of getting rich. This isn't even really done with the intention of actually making money. The reason behind the ads is just to try to make back some of the sodomy that's occurring to me as a result of the new year and all of my rate hikes. So I'm just throwing out guesses here, but let's say I get like 2 or 5 cents a view. Let's say I do more new videos. I get 100 views a day. That makes up for the increase in my apartment rent. And if that happens, I'm honestly happy. Again, I'm not looking to get rich here. I want to make money off of fixing stuff for companies. I want to make money when a e-waste recycling company says, we have 500 boards to send you. How quickly can you get those back to us working? That's where I make money. Trust me when I tell you, I have no plans of getting rich off of doing this. No plans of like seeing $9,000 or $20,000 a month coming in via Google AdSense. Again, if I get 30 to 50 bucks, I'll be cool. Now, that being said, I want to talk about the second thing that you're going to see coming this year, which actually is about making more money. I want to try I'm going to experiment with some kind of crowdfunding idea. And I want to talk a little bit about why I want to do this and what I intend. I want to talk a little about why I want to do this and what I would like to accomplish with it. So a lot of this channel has always been the David and Goliath aspect. A lot of what I've talked about here. Now I want to talk about the second thing that I'm going to be trying out this year. I'm going to try out some kind of crowdfunding thing. And I want to talk about what I would like to accomplish with it and why I'm doing it. So the why is, on this channel, I've always talked about the David and Goliath aspect of how I came to be where I am and how I became successful. It started with no money, then it came to $200, and I just kept snowballing that, and eventually it got to a point where I could live in a nice apartment, wear nice clothes, have a staff of the best paid laptop repair shop people in New York City, and get business from refurbishing houses and e-waste recycling companies to refurbish dead motherboards from all around the world. And that's pretty cool, and again, that all started from nothing. And also, all the things that I'm showing you how to do, again, when I'm showing you, here's how you find a short in a motherboard using an $80 computer in the side of your face instead of $1,000 of inspection equipment. Here's how you can replace 0402 components with a $10 soldering iron. Here's how you can replace a display connector with a $10 soldering iron. All of this is because I know that a lot of you people are starting in the same place. And that's where I started. And all this channel is showcasing, here is what is possible for you with nothing. I'm tired of hearing people say, I don't have an education, and I don't have the money, and I don't have the... Again, I didn't have the money either, and I didn't have the education. And one of the things that I always talk about is, look at what I have done with nothing. And one of the questions that I'd like to answer as I go forward in life is, what can I accomplish with something? Again, all the stuff you see around you. The Zalmo 6200 that you see next to you. The $1,000 microscope. The 4K TV I use for schematics. Like all the tools, the high-end soldering equipment that I've bought. The high-end oscilloscope, the bench power supplies. All this crap that I bought with the money that came from virtually nothing. And I do all of this work either in this little 200 square foot dump or in the 250 square foot dump that is right next door. All these videos have pretty much been done here in this little cluster of a space. So, and one of the things that I've actually managed to do is take a lot of customers away from a lot of companies that have amazing resources. 2,000 square foot spaces with top of the line inspection equipment, top of the line rework equipment, budgets to do things that I just can't do or even fathom, and space to do things that, again, I can't even fit in here. A lot of the times, if I try to move the camera so that you could see something, the tripod hits a part of the wall. So one of the things I want to do is take away the David and Goliath thing. Instead of saying, look at what I have done with nothing, or look at what we've accomplished in spite of, I'd kind of like to have just a look at what we can do. And now part of the idea is, you've seen what I can accomplish starting with $200. What could I accomplish with $100,000 or $150,000 or $200,000? Maybe some cool stuff. And it's also going to determine how much time I continue putting into these videos. So one of the basic preliminary ideas that I had, for example, there are these high-end pieces of inspection and x-ray equipment that cost 130, 140,000 bucks. But they will, and a lot of people shit on these because a lot of the ones that they used to have out were virtually worthless outside of inspecting BGA joints. There are some pretty high-end ones, some pretty cool ones that have just come out and had far more updates in recent times, where it will find patterns in a chip, and then you can compare those to a dead one, and it will actually see through it, look at the makeup of it, and see if it differs from a profile. I mean, this kind of stuff is pretty cool. In finding broken pathways based on tolerances that you set, or finding broken pathways by comparing it to another profile board that you put in it, just some kind of cool stuff. So let's say instead of making videos where I am doing it and I'm going, oh fuck, I can't get a good angle on this because of the tripod, what if there was somebody standing behind the camera? A cameraman or a camera woman. What if when I was not able to explain a concept to you, I could have an electronics engineer come on the show, actually have a show, and explain the concept to you in a simple manner that you can understand? What if you could send me boards that nobody else could solve? What if you could send me a board that I couldn't solve with what I have right now, and I can put it in here and go, well, actually, here's why it doesn't work. What if I could be an answer key for all of you? What if we could have show episodes where, why is this board dead? I take boards in from all around the country, I toss them in the machine, and I go, why is this dead? Let's go over why it's dead, and let's try to fix it live. Because again, all these videos that I'm doing right now, they're little messes because I'm doing them pretty much in the middle of my paying business. I need to limit the jobs that I show you to the jobs where I don't need it to be in and out the door. If I have 30 boards in the queue for a 2 or 3 day time period, I can't be putting up my camera. I can't be talking. I can't be making sure that this little XLR cable is not getting run over by the chair. I can't be making sure that I'm soldering in the viewable field of the microscope. I can't be explaining things. I just have to zip through and do the work. And the work always gets slower when I'm doing it on video. So what I'd like to try to figure out, is there an actual demand for this content to the point where I could fund doing it professionally or in a better manner? I don't know. But that's one of the things that I'm thinking of doing. These are just ideas that I'm throwing out there. But it is something that I want to experiment with over the new year. I would like to see if there's a way that I can use crowdfunding and create goals that are actually interesting where I can give back to the community. So let's say, for your payment, you get an answer to a difficult question. For more money, you may get to send in a board that you could not fix yourself, and I will actually put it into all the new inspection equipment that I buy with the money raised from the crowdfunding and tell you why it was not fixable. So let's say you have a problem that has been driving you nuts on 4 or 5 of the boards that you've been working on, and you have absolutely no idea what's wrong. What if you can have an answer to it? Think of this like creating an answer key to a crossword puzzle that doesn't exist. That's one of the things that I really want here. Or let's say you donate a certain amount, you actually get one-on-one training. Because that's one of the things that people have asked me. I've actually gotten quite a few requests here. Like, I will pay you. Do you offer training? And one of the things that I've had to say is, well, you can pay me this much to fix your board, or you can go in this forum that I reply to at my leisure. But I don't really have in-betweens. I don't really have options for chat sessions. I don't have options for you to come here because I have no way to really monetize or fit it into my business. Again, my business is I will charge you this much money to fix it for you, or you can look at my somewhat disorganized mess of a YouTube channel and try to piece it together and do it yourself. And I really like to try to see, again, my excuse for all of this is there's no money in this. There's no money in that. I'm not going to make money off of doing that, but I am going to make money off of doing what I do now. And I would like to see if that is just an excuse or if that is reality. So again, if I try to do this and it fails miserably and I get a $10 contribution, it makes no sense. If I do this and I see, oh my God, I hit the goal inside of 3 months, I will happily buy all of this stuff. I will move this operation into a new space, and maybe I'll film every repair. Who knows? Maybe I'll film every single repair professionally. Maybe I'll have enough money off of it to actually film all of them professionally so that you can see from start to finish how everyone works. Maybe I will be able to take in boards from around the country and say, here's what's wrong with it. For everybody who helped with the crowdfunding process, so that you can all learn and have an answer key so that when you screw up, I can answer you. And if I can't answer you, well, then a sophisticated piece of technology can answer you. That would be pretty cool. And that's what I'm going to try to be working on this year. That's something that you should watch. And again, let's say the AdSense, let's say the ads actually do wind up working out. Let's say that instead of making $50 a month, I make $5,000 or $10,000 a month off of ads, which I don't expect anytime soon. But let's say some crazy thing happens like that. I would actually hire a camera person. I'd hire an intern that I pay to just sit here and help make videos more professional, to help structure content, edit content, so that when I'm about to fix something and it's like, I need to get this done in a half hour, I don't have time to set up all this shit. That person's running around and setting it up and explaining the process to you. I really like to take this project to the next level because right now, again, it's fun. It's cool. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy showing you how to do all the things that nobody ever took the time to help me with, but I would like to see it go somewhere else, and that's what I'm going to be doing with this year. So, some of the things that I could ask you for in the meantime, and I know this is going to be very, very hard because I know I don't do this most of the time. A lot of you people have asked me. A lot of you have asked, how can I donate? How can I give back? A lot of you have actually sent gifts. One of you even PayPal'd me money, which I got to say is pretty freaking cool. The thing is, honestly, I have enough stuff at the moment for what I'm doing that as much as I appreciate the gifts, as much as I appreciate them, that's not necessary. I don't even need you to send me money. If you have benefited from this channel, if you have made money off of this channel, whether you fixed your own computer or you fixed $10,000 or $100,000 worth of other people's machines, all I'm going to ask you to do is this. Don't hit the skip button when you see an ad. And this is going to be something that I don't really even expect you to do because it's not something that I do a lot of the time. But for one or the two of the channels that I like, I'll actually go to the bathroom when I know that I'm going to be watching an ad. I'll go to feed my cat when an ad comes up instead of hit skip. And that's all I'm going to ask you to do. I can't really watch and see if you do it, and I'm not going to guilt you into it. But for those of you out there who have asked, how can I give back because you helped me? Or you helped me fix my board for free, what can I do for you? The next time you watch one of these videos, let the stupid ad play. Let the Gillette Razors or Intel or VMware, whoever the fuck decides that they want to spend money, or 15 cents or 5 cents or 1 cent, that their little ad can show up in the beginning of the video. Just let it and don't hit the skip button. That's really all I'm going to ask. No donations, no gifts, no random PayPal donations, no check showing up in the mail. Just watch the ad. And that's about it for today.